I want to give a lot of credit to the team sticking with it. The Clippers, that's a really well-coached, hard-playing team. They threw a big punch in the second quarter, and our guys came out of halftime, with the appropriate energy and focus. Did it as a group. I thought, a lot of guys participated tonight. Another night was 6 guys in double-figure scoring. I thought Jared Vanderbilt's energy in the second half, big offensive rebound tip-ins, causing some turnovers. He and Collin's energy sparked us. I thought JC was really good for us, playing through some foul trouble. And, Lowry, Kelly continue to be steady for us as always. It was a team win, and I'm really proud of the guys. It's been a tough, last couple games, and they haven't wavered in their belief and togetherness, and nobody's pointed fingers at anybody. They've just taken their own piece of responsibility every day and just tried to get better. So looking forward to them taking care of their bodies tomorrow and get back at it on Friday.
Coach, was there a reason why you turned the rotation in the second half, played 7 guys?
We were trying to win, and I thought those guys had good mojo tonight. It was just a feel thing. Nobody necessarily did anything wrong or terrible. It was just I thought that group was playing very well. And I thought it was really important that we come out of tonight with a win.
Third quarter, Jordan picks up his 4th foul, and Malik came up off the bench. He was going to come in. I think Jordan is the one that told you, I want to stay in.
Yeah, those are always moments of conversation between a coach and a player. Generally, they want to stay in. I thought Jordan was in a good flow of the game, and so when I saw he got his foul, my initial reaction was to take him out for a couple of minutes, and he promised me that he was not going to foul again. Those are moments where it's us having a conversation, and generally we have a lot of trust in our guys, and I think that because of the way that Jordan was playing, and he was really in a good flow of the game, decided to roll with him, and it worked out.
When it comes to, you got JC, for example, plays the entire second half until just the very end. How do you kind of, monitor if these guys need a rest, if they need one, don't need one? How do you kind of figure that out?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I told JC to take the timeouts seriously because you're not coming out. I said, that's just the way it is. I don't want to hear you're tired. Drink water and rest during the timeouts. You're in a really good space right now for us, and we need you. There's obviously always moments where we do have to take into account our players' health and well-being, and if they are sort of redlining, I guess as they call it, you do have to get them a sub. But if there's one thing that I know about Jordan in the short time that I've been around him, he's in unbelievable shape. I feel like he's never really tired. And that started in training camp. He came into training camp just sort of shot out of a cannon every day, and never complains about fatigue. So again, those are feel moments. Having conversations with the guys about trying to get him a rest. Lowry looked a little bit tired there, so we tried to get him out for a few minutes. Collin asked for a sub, which was denied. It's just the way it is sometimes. They can dig a little deeper in some of those moments, and yeah.
When did Collin ask for a sub?
Collin asked for a sub at some point, 6.5 minutes maybe in the 4th. I can't say publicly what I said to him. I just told him to take the timeout seriously, drink some water and electrolytes, and take some deep breaths, but you're going back in.
Welcome Kessler's rim defense tonight. How would you describe what you saw?
Another, it's pretty amazing what Walker's able to do at this stage in his career. We've talked about it a lot, but it can't be overemphasized. His ability to block shots with both hands. A lot of players around the rim, verticality is a big thing in the NBA, and so guys sort of jump straight up and they aren't really looking at anything. And Walker has an unbelievable ability to be straight up and follow the ball with his eyes, and then at the end get the ball with whatever hand is on that side. He's really, really good for us in that area. He's getting better and better every day at doing it without fouling, which is an art. Sometimes you get tempted to reach in and slap down, and he's picking his moments of when to go try to block the shot and when to just try to make him finish over him. He's been unbelievable for us in that area, and it's something that we're going to continue to need from him. He watches a lot of film. He's learning pick and roll defense in the NBA, trying to figure out the right height that he needs to be at, depending on who's coming off the screen, so that he doesn't get blown by. But Walker works hard, and he's a very cerebral kid. Studies the game on both ends of the floor a lot.
You went zone a good amount tonight. Why, and what did you see from it?
I think we ran 23 possessions tonight, and they scored 24 points. That's what I was told by the assistants. We had gotten to a point where we need to have something to mix up the rhythm of the game. And we also switched a lot more tonight, on and off the ball. We've been switching on the ball, but we have not been switching off the ball. So it was, we talked to the team pretty candidly just about, hey, we need to have something in our package that we can go to just change the rhythm of the game. So we've been working on the zone actually for probably about 10 days now. Coming into tonight, we had run 3 possessions of it, and the other team had made a 3 on every single one of them. So my belief wasn't quite there yet. The assistants did a very good job of continuing to encourage me that that's a very small sample size and that the guys are getting better at understanding it. So we worked on it yesterday in practice, and tonight felt like a good night to really give it a full look. And I thought the guys, for the most part, did a very good job. It activates your team from a communication standpoint because it's impossible to play a zone without talking to each other. So I thought the guys handled it really, really well. It's not easy to change defenses on the fly, possession by possession. Takes a lot of communication from them, and I thought they did a great job of that.
Turnovers seem to come in bunches. Second quarter tonight there were a bunch. Monday night there was a stretch in the fourth quarter. What's keying those? What do you see?
Yeah, I think we can get a little sped up at times. We're trying to play fast, and we're trying to move the ball and have multiple people touch it. I do think at times we have guys that their intent is very good. Like, they're trying to make a play to turn the momentum back in our favor. And I think in those moments we need to just recognize that it's a long game, and you don't have to get it all back on one play. Because you're right, when we have those bunches, it really kills the momentum. It hurts the crowd. It hurts all of us. We just have to do a better job of understanding in those moments, like, hey, we did not just have a good possession. This next possession, we need to slow down just a little bit, make sure our spacing's good, and really try to execute. So, that happens a little bit when a lot of different people are handling the ball. Some teams have one player making them a majority of the decisions, and we have a lot of different guys making decisions. So, I can do a better job in those moments too of slowing us down and trying to get us into something that's a little more deliberate. But the pace and ball movement has been a big part of our identity. We continue to show film on our spacing and the different reads in an attempt to try to cut down some of the careless turnovers. But ultimately for me, passing turnovers don't bother me as much as the ones off the dribble. The intent to pass to a teammate is a big part of who we are. Sometimes the pass misses the target. Sometimes we're trying to thread the needle a little bit. I think the ones we're really trying to cut down are the ones off the dribble, where we're driving into a crowd and a second defender gets their hand on the ball. Those are moments where we need to be looking to pass.
We've talked a lot about the evolution of Collin, Talon, Nikhil. What do you want to see more out of Jared, or kind of where have you seen progress the last few weeks from him?
Jared is an energizer for our team, and from the beginning of the season, that's who he was for us. He would start, it felt like almost every game, by forcing a turnover, getting an offensive rebound. He's somebody that helps us win the possession battle in those plays. And I think, Jared's been working a lot on recognizing the situations where he can be a little bit more solid defensively, because his instinct is to stir it up and to shoot the gap and try to get a steal. And so there's a fine line there. I don't want to strip Jared of his great instincts for the ball. It's more about just trying to recognize the couple times a game where he gets himself out of position. Early in the season we had that conversation about some of his fouling. His intent is good and his instincts are good, but sometimes he gets a little bit overzealous in those moments. So, we want Jared to continue to be who he is. He adds a different dynamic to our team in terms of his ability to help us win the possession game.
Pretty good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Collin, it seemed like you guys wanted to come out tonight with really greater defensive energy and just kind of creating kind of the chaos you guys did at the beginning of the season. Is that true?
Yeah, I would say just tonight, just pretty much Coach wanted me to pick up early and just try to get the guys going, and I felt like on the defensive end that was something that I tried to bring tonight. And you can just tell, like, once one person do it, then two, and then it's like a domino effect, and you just start seeing like Vando started getting big stops, and JC, I know he was in foul trouble, but he still helped us tremendously down the stretch, especially on Wall. So tonight it was just a group effort, and I felt like we played to the caliber that we've pretty much just shown all year.
What's it like playing with Jordan when he's playing that well?
It's fun. It's definitely fun to watch. Is how hot he gets pretty quick, and just pretty much know that whenever he shoots, it has a chance of going in. So,
Will said that he was pretty explicit with you guys. You weren't coming out at the end of the game, that you needed to take the timeout seriously. Did it feel like he kind of wanted to break this streak just as bad as you guys did?
Oh yeah, absolutely. After Vando dunked, he called a timeout and he was like, sit down, let's get a break. And that was something that we needed, and just to regroup, because we made another run right after that, so it was definitely needed. And you can just tell, like, Coach, it's his first season, just like it's all our first season together, and we're coming along. We might have some ups, might have some downs, but we're going to try to stick through and knock the wall down.
What's been the process for you in trying to lead this team, especially with Mike out?
Just pretty much just coming every day and working, coming in and just working, whether it's threes, decision making, watching film every day, and just trying to get better. I'm trying to be the best player I can be. So with that, I'm just work that much harder every day.
Do you find yourself sometimes like, hey, I made a wrong decision here, I should have passed this one instead of shot this one, or you see something on film, and are you hard on yourself, especially when Will is hard on you as well?
I would say I'm very hard on myself, just because I hold myself to a very high standard, but I have to also give myself some grace at times and know that I'm still learning, and also know that I didn't play a whole year, and I'm starting to get my legs back, and I'm starting to feel like myself again.
Will said there was a moment where you maybe asked for a quick break, and then he asked you to stay in the game. What did he say in that moment?
So I was like, Coach, I need a quick sub, and he was just like, you're not tired? He's like, you're not tired? He's like, I'm just walk away, so you better catch your breath. So I was like, all right, I got you. So right after that, I caught my breath, and he was just like, all right, you got to pick up full court. I'm like, all right, I got you. So definitely just trying to build that relationship with Coach, and I feel like it's going good. I know at times y'all see him getting on me, but that's what I need. So.
How have you ever had a coach say no to you if you ask out and say, hey, you need a breather?
Yeah, especially in college. Okay. Coach Avery Johnson, he definitely was one. But this is the second time in a minute.
I can imagine Avery's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he definitely used to scream and yell at me a lot. I'm not even going to lie. I still hear it at times. Anymore?
Great.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Collin.
Thank you.